On a rainy weekend in September, runners from all across the country converged on the quiet seaside town of Ventnor in the Isle of Wight to take part in a gruelling series of fell races. With a sense of camaraderie and anticipation, competitors from different clubs make their way to the start line for the first of the 3 races. The first race, which starts on Ventnor seafront on the Saturday morning, is 3.8 kilometres long and takes the runners up the steep 235-metre ascent to the top of St Boniface Downs and back again. The second race starts later the same afternoon and is known as the Ventnor Horseshoe. It is 12 kilometres long and rises through the undulating countryside to a total ascent of 443 metres. Although the course follows the same route as the first race to the top of the Downs, the runners then have to deal with the additional challenge of negotiating the tricky descent towards Wroxall before climbing in a wide loop that brings them back across the hilltops and down to the finish. The final race, a 21-kilometre test of endurance, takes place the following morning and brings with it the challenge of tiring legs and sapped energy levels. Yet, as in previous years, most of the competitors do complete all 3 races. Even those who are struggling find that after a few minutes respite, they are able to keep going. The Isle of Wight does not offer the type of terrain that is normally associated with fell running. However, that did not stop Edward Leal, a founder member of the Fell Runners Association, from bringing together his passion for running and his love for the island. He carefully laid out the 3 routes we see today, ensuring that they were of the correct distance and ascent, which allowed them to be adopted as part of the South of England Amateur Athletics Fell Running Championships. In fact, as I am sure most of the competitors will know, the Ventnor course has some of the steepest climbs in the sport at the moment. Over the 2 days of the Ventnor Fell Racing event, competitors will have run a total of 36.8 kilometres, an incredible 23 miles, and climbed a daunting 1,165 metres, which is higher than Snowdon. So, as they make their way up the final stretch to the finish for the last time, it is little wonder that each of the runners does so with a sense of satisfaction and pride at their achievement, which even the rain cannot dampen. Finding a last burst of energy, they sprint over the finish line, cheered on by friends, family and fellow enthusiasts.